So, with September almost coming to an end, we're going to now focus on some leaks that are coming up for October and November. And of course, these leaks aren't confirmed yet, but they are potential, in which we are going to be getting some cool new Pokemon, some cool raid bosses, and many more events in the Pokemon Go for the season of Adventures Abound. Hi, I'm Pokemon Go trainer Electric, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I hope you enjoyed my videos and hope you like my content, and if you're a returning viewer, I welcome you back. For today, of course, we're going to be going over some potential leaks that are going to be happening for the month of October and some partial stuff for November. So let's take a look at what we're going to possibly get for the months of October and for November. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to also leave your comments down below if you think that these leaks are possibly true, or if you're thinking of something else. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to also click on that notification bell and to share this video with your friends. Also, don't forget to follow me down below into my socials. I do have my Instagram, TikTok, and Twitter pages all provided. Anyways, without further ado, let's get on with today's video. Okay, so to start off for the month of October, let's start by leaking out our raid bosses for this month. Obviously, one of the raid bosses that's likely to return is Darkrai. Darkrai, of course, is a good choice because Darkrai is part of the October month, and we've seen it in parts of Halloween events, except for last year's Halloween event, which actually gave us both Giratina's altered and origin forms at the time. But it's likely possible that we're going to be seeing Darkrai again for the Halloween event. Although that I'm actually pretty excited for, because I like Darkrai, it's a really good Pokemon. This next raid boss is going to be kind of interesting to be returning again. And the Pokemon that's possibly coming back for the month of October or November is going to be the Ultra Beast Guzzlord, otherwise known as UB05 Glutton. Guzzlord made its debut last year during the Season of Light, and it seems like it's probably going to be making a return back again. Maybe we'll be able to get its shiny variation into Pokemon Go also. This is actually kind of nice to get shiny Guzzlord. I like the color of it when it's in its shiny form. Like, that would be really cool to have. So maybe, just maybe, we'll see Guzzlord shiny make a debut. A lot of potential for that one. A lot of good potential for that. There are spectating rumors about a Shadow Raid boss that's coming into Pokemon Go. Although this is actually confirmed true, if you had watched the Season of Adventures Abound trailer, you'll notice that at the end of the video, they were teasing about a Halloween event that was going to happen. And during that time, of course, they teased Shadow Raids appearing. And the cry of the Pokemon was definitely Lugia. So it's possible that we're getting Shadow Lugia into our Shadow Raids for this month. But the leaks are saying that it's going to be a raid weekend, and that day is going to be October 7th and October 8th. So maybe it's possible that we're getting Shadow Lugia for just that weekend only. Only time will tell, however. Although this I'm actually pretty excited for because I would like to get Shadow Lugia to come back. Maybe we'll get its shiny Shadow variation. That's what to find out soon as we get closer to that month. Alright, now let's go into some events that are being leaked also. Now, if you had seen the recent Nintendo Direct, they had announced the date for the next Pokemon Detective Pikachu game, and that date being October 6th. And to celebrate this release, an event coming into Pokemon Go is going to be a Detective Pikachu event. And of course, we're going to get Pikachu with a detective's hat, also known as the Rare Shiny in Pokemon Go, back into this game. Since of course we're going to be celebrating the debut of the event, this is actually a good time to bring back Detective Pikachu into Pokemon Go. Kind of nice, actually. Last time we had Pikachu with a detective's hat on, I believe it was in 2019 when Pokemon Detective Pikachu was released in theaters. So this was obviously a good event to celebrate it. And who knows what we're going to be getting for this Detective Pikachu event. Maybe we'll get a sequel to the movie. Guess we'll have to find out. Okay, now there have been some other leaks that were also confirmed by some leakers. They were talking about how there were like some other events that were coming in. they did confirm that Grubbin was getting a community day. They also confirmed an Azurel Hatch Day was going to happen. Yeah, a lot of that stuff was confirmed for September. But there's some other events that were also going to be for October and November. Like October having a Timber Community Day, November being Wooper and Paldea Wooper Community Day. We also had Mareep Community Day Classic. But there were also some events that were leaked too. And one of those events being a new event called the Harvest Festival. This is likely going to be in the middle of October. By the ending of October, I'm sure we're going to be getting the Halloween event. But we'll talk more about the Halloween event after the Harvest Festival. So, the Harvest Festival is likely an October event. What's probably going to happen during the Harvest Festival? Well, leaks are being said that Smoliv is going to be making its debut. Of course, since we are now moving into the Paldea region of Pokemon Go, we are now getting some Gen 9 Pokemon coming in, and Smoliv is going to be one of those Paldea Pokemon. We're also going to be getting its evolutions Doliv and Arboliva in as well. So this is actually very nice that we are going to be getting more Paldea Pokemon, although I really wish we had gotten more Gen 8 Pokemon first before we moved on into Gen 9, but you know, this is what they wanted to do. But it's possible that we're getting it through the Detective Pikachu event ends. Obviously the Detective Pikachu event is probably going to come first before the Harvest Festival, but I guess we'll find out about that. There's also another leak that's happening too. Do you remember what an Incense Day was? An Incense Day is when you use an incense and you get featured spawns to appear in the Pokemon Go. The first Incense Day that we had was basically Centrent. And this was the very first Incense Day. This was back in like 2020 during the COVID times. The latest one I believe we had was a Swinub Incense Day. That was back in 2021. And we haven't had an Incense Day ever since. Well, now it's coming back into Pokemon Go again. And for this Incense Day, we're getting Skorupi. This means that 2 habitats are going to be appearing. One that's going to be featuring more bug-type Pokemon, and one that's also going to be featuring more poison types. Since Skorupi is part bug, part poison, it obviously makes sense to do that. Could there be a dark-type spawnings? Maybe. Because its evolution Drapion is poison and dark. So it's possible that we could be seeing that. What I like about this Incense Day, you'll also get increased chances of getting a shiny Skorupi during the event. That's going to be really nice. I'm actually looking forward to this Incense Day because I only have one shiny Skorupi, and I'm hoping to get another one during this event. I never got it during GoFest of NYC. I was very disappointed in that, so I'm hoping to get it during this event. But these are just leaks right now. We'll just keep going on with what other events are going to be available. This next event is our most popular event for the month of October, and that event of course being the Halloween event for 2023. It's likely going to be a 2-part event just like last year. But what exactly will we get? Well, we know it's going to be double candies for catching Pokemon. It's likely possible we're also going to get double candy for hatching Pokemon, and many more bonuses. The Halloween event is also known for new Pokemon debuts as well. And of course, leaks are saying that the next new Pokemon that's coming in is going to be Greavard. This is a very good choice for Greavard to make a debut into Pokemon Go. I actually really liked Greavard in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. It was one of my favorite Pokemon to use. I don't use it like that often, but it was a really good Pokemon. Obviously, of course, for this Halloween event, I would have expected Mimikyu to appear, but because we're going into more of the Paldea region, I think it's great that Greavard is coming in instead. Who knows, maybe we'll also get Mimikyu for the event. It's likely possible. You never know what could happen. The Halloween event is also known for some shiny Pokemon to make a debut as well. Just like last year's Halloween event, we had shiny Noibat and shiny Galarian Yamask making their debuts. Then we also had shiny Pumpkaboos, which were in costumes at the time. And then 2 years ago, we had shiny Spinarak making a debut. Well, this year's shinies are going to be 2 of them. And those 2 shinies we're getting are going to be shiny Phantom and shiny Zora. Phantom I'm actually looking forward to more than Zora. I love shiny Phantom's colors. Like, they are really cool colors. It's like a white tree with red leaves. It's incredible. I like Zora's colors too, but I think for this one, I really want to go after Shiny Phantom. But we'll see what happens with the leaves. Okay, so as we may know, Team Go Rocket Takeover usually happens every season. And of course, for this season, we're going to be getting this Team Go Rocket Takeover for the month of November, which is possible. And we all know what happens. New Shadow Pokemon make a debut, new Shiny Shadows, or some returning Shiny Shadows for the team leaders. And of course, Giovanni is going to be getting a new Shadow Legendary. And the Shadow Legendary that he chose this time is going to be Shadow Regigigas. We already had Shiny Regice, Registeel, and Regirock for the past Team Go Rocket events. Now we're getting Regigigas. Although that's just a possibility. Who knows exactly what could happen. Although it is likely possible that Regigigas is going to be getting the Shadow treatment. This next event might be in October instead of November. The event that I'm actually talking about is the Festival of Lights. And this was also leaked by some of our leakers as well. And what this event is likely going to bring us? Well, of course, another new Paldea Pokemon. And the Paldea Pokemon that we're getting is Tadbulb. Tadbulb actually really fits well for this event. It is an electric type, and it looks exactly like a light bulb, if you think of it. And its evolution, Bellibolt, looks even cooler. I don't really use, like, Bellibolt that often, because I thought it was, like, meh in the original games. But I want to see what it's like in Pokemon Go. I bet it's going to be pretty awesome. That's not all that's possibly going to happen. We might also be getting a new shiny, and that shiny, of course, being Morlo. I love the color of this shiny so much. It makes it look like it's in autumn mushrooms instead of the summer shrooms or the spring shrooms that we usually see. So this is actually going to be a really cool event if you want to check that out. Lastly, another raid day is coming into Pokemon Go for the month of November. Now, we haven't seen any new Mega Pokemon in a while now. The last Mega Pokemon that we've seen was actually GoFest, with, of course, Mega Rayquaza appearing and Mega Diancie appearing. A legendary and a mythical Mega. Very nice stuff, actually. So, for this raid day event that's going to be happening November 11th, the raid boss is going to possibly be a Mega Pokemon. And, of course, this Mega is going to be Mega Garchomp. This I'm actually looking forward to. I love Mega Garchomp. I think it's a really cool Mega. It's not the Mega that I would use in the main games, but it's a really nice Mega to have. And with Mega Garchomp coming in, I bet it's going to be really helpful in the raid bosses in Pokemon Go. So I'm honestly looking forward to having this Mega Pokemon available. So now that we know what October is bringing us, there's still some things that are left out for November. Obviously they didn't want to spoil everything for us, so here's what I'm assuming is going to probably happen for November. It's likely possible that we're going to be getting a mystery event to appear at this time. What this mystery event could probably be? Well, here's what I'm probably thinking. The mystery event could feature new legendary raid bosses. But what raid bosses exactly? Well, since we're talking about the Paldea region, I think the raid bosses are probably going to be Koraidon and Miraidon, the two legendaries of both Scarlet and Violet. Is it possible that we could be seeing some Paradox Pokemon too? Well, that's a potential. But I think having Koraidon and Miraidon coming into Pokemon Go would be a lot better. Like, if you think about it, this would make total sense. Like, I think having Koraidon and Miraidon into Pokemon Go already would be very awesome. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get them in their, like, biker forms or anything. I'm assuming we're probably just going to get them into their standard forms for when they battle. That's what I'm thinking. But just imagine that. Koraidon and Miraidon for the end of November. This would also conclude the season of Adventures Abound, because I've detected a little bit of a pattern for Pokemon Go events. Well, at least for the seasons of spring and autumn. Usually by the ending of the season, they like to leave a mysterious event. Ones that have like 3 question marks on it. They don't want to give us the details yet until after they get closer towards the event date. So it's possible that we're going to be seeing that. Just like they did with spring of 2023, where during the ending of the season we had a 3 question mark mysterious event. And in that event, it was unknown at the time of what it was going to be, until we got the announcement of Shadow Raids happening. So it's possible that we might be seeing Koraidon and Miraidon at the end of the season of Adventures Abound. It's a possibility. We won't know the full details yet until we get into the month of November. But it's always fun to predict what could happen. Anyways, that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you all on to the next video. Goodbye, everybody!